Hey guys, I'm Khyra Steiner, and you're listening to Elaborate with K. Elaborate with K. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Elaborate with K. So, yes, we did take a break. We missed a week, we skipped a week, but we're back and we're better. Yeah, let's jump right into it, I guess. I skipped a week and I honestly am just dealing with a little switch in my routine. It's spring, so track season has started, school's ramping up, getting ready for graduate. Like there's a lot going on. So I did take a week off. I just was really busy and kind of took that break. And honestly, I really debated, taking a little hiatus from the podcast, taking a little bit of a break. But I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and he reminded me just about how passionate and excited I was to start the podcast in the first place. And he was like, "Are you sure you want to give it up?" Or not give it up, but just like take a break from it. And I was thinking back to all of my like previous episodes. Like I know I did one about time management and making sure that you have time for yourself and then just giving yourself grace, but also like making sure that you are always having and saving time for the things that you want to do and hobbies and things that you're passionate about. And, it reminded me of just how much I love the podcast. And like he said, how excited I was to start it in the first place. And so we are back. We took the 1 week off, but we are back. Like I said, I am kind of switching up my routine a little bit, but the podcast is going to be a part of it. Don't worry. So we are back. We are better than ever. So yeah, I figured that since it's been a while since we talked, we could just do a little catch up episode and I can tell you, what's been going on, what we've missed since the last recording. So, without further ado, let's get started. Where do we start? First of all, it is track season. Track season has officially started. It is my senior season, which is crazy. But okay, we're gonna start with track. So starting with track, we've had 3 track meets so far. I traveled to Spokane, Washington. I don't, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, we went to Spokane for a track meet the other weekend. It was my first time in the snow, like ever. I've been in snow like after it had fallen and it was on the ground and kind of like in the process of melting, but I had never been in active snow like coming down from the clouds and everything. So that was my very first time being in the snow. It was a really cool experience. It was cold. It was freezing. For those of you that don't know, I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I did not grow up in the snow. I grew up with my favorite weather is like 75 plus degrees and sunny. Like I grew up by the beach. I did not grow up in the snow. So it was a really cool experience for me. Definitely do not think that I could live in the snow. It was cold. It's just not for me, but it was a really fun experience. We were only there for like 2 days, so it was a really quick trip, but it was super fun. Check that off the bucket list. I got to see snow. I got to run on an indoor banked track, which was really cool. It was my first time doing that as well. So it was overall just like a really fun experience. I would recommend. What else happened? Okay, yes. Also, it is spring. It is spring semester senior year, which is a crazy thing to say. I will be graduating in just a few months, honestly, which is crazy. And so this week, we actually had our graduation fair for all of the graduating seniors. And it's where you go and we pick up like our cap and gown and any stoles that you want. You can get a class ring. They give you like just information about all of the different like departments and like the things that you have to pick up for graduation, ordering tickets and all of that. So yes, I officially have my cap and gown. I also found, I think, what's going to be my graduation dress. They're sitting currently in my closet. But time flies because I feel like I was just a freshman just getting here, and I can't believe that it's already senior year and I'm almost done. That's absolutely crazy. Um, But yeah, it's almost here. So, there will for sure be more graduation planning prep advice content when we get to that point when I do have the advice to give you because I haven't graduated yet, obviously. And then after graduation, we'll have like post grad talks and all of that. But for now, I'm excited. It feels really surreal. Like I said, I feel like time flies really fast. And everybody tells you that when you go into school and you're starting, they're like, oh, 4 years is gonna fly by, like it's gonna go by so fast. And you're like, yeah, it's 4 years. Like that's a really long time. It goes by really fast. It goes by pretty fast. So yeah, just at the moment, finishing up my classes, getting ready for graduation, making sure that I'm enjoying the time with all of my friends that I've met here and the wonderful people that I've just formed connections and friendships and relationships with. While I'm here, I'm super excited. Senior track season is also going to be a really fun one. I do not plan on going pro in drag. So, I'm really just trying to soak up my last season, all of these meets. I'm super excited just to see what is in store for them, but it should be a really fun chapter. Um, what else have we missed? I guess those are actually all of the updates that I have. But while we're on this topic, I think that I would like to talk a little bit about just like taking breaks, since that is kind of what I did. And yeah, so I think that I obviously did a previous episode all about time management and, making sure that you're balancing your time and that you have time to do everything that you need to get done and prioritizing certain things. And I think that time management is absolutely one of the most important and necessary skills that a person could have, truly, whether you're a student, whether you're working, a parent, whatever your responsibilities are. I think that time management is like a huge asset to have no matter what you're doing. But I think that it is also important, like I said, to allow yourself to take breaks and be kind and be gracious with yourself. Um, because time management is it's really helpful, but I think that you can also get really overwhelmed with just having so much stuff to do, and that's nothing to do with time management. That's just to do with life, like things get busy and sometimes other things and projects and passions get put on the back burner for a bit, and that's okay. And I think that it is okay to take a break and to give yourself a breather, or if you just need to take something off of your plate momentarily to kind of have a little reset moment, like that is totally fine. And to make sure that you do that. But when you do that, make sure that it's a pause and not a hard stop. This is basically what I told myself with the podcast. It was, this is something that I am really passionate about. I truly do really enjoy it and I love doing it. And if you have something that you're passionate about, make sure that you are giving yourself the time to do it. I think for me, like I was like, okay, I have all of these homework, new assignments. It's a new semester, so I'm pretty busy. Things are starting to ramp up. We're getting closer to midterm season and all of that. And it's okay to be busy and it's okay to, have things that you need to do. But what's not okay is to lose yourself in the process of doing these things that you need to do. And not air quotes and need, like, yes, obviously, like I do need to, do my assignments and pass my classes. Like, yes, that is very important. And like, yes, work is important and taking care of family members and jobs and whatever it is that you have to do is important, but it is also important to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and pouring time and energy into yourself and giving yourself, an outlet and a chance to do something, a hobby that you enjoy and something that can kind of take your mind off of everything else that you're dealing with in the world. And I think that that is truly just so important, especially nowadays with how crazy our world is. I feel like news is, it's nonstop. There's always something going on. There's always something happening. There's always there's always something else that you could be doing, no matter what. Like I think there's never going to be a time where you're like, I have absolutely nothing, zero things that I could, should, would be doing. Like at any given point in time, there is something that you should be doing or that you could be doing. But I think it's important to also realize that, it's not the end of the world, right? So like if I do my reading tomorrow night instead of tonight so that I can film an episode or so that I can edit or whatever it is, it's not the end of the world. You know, my work is going to get done. I'm going to figure it out. It's not the end of the world, right? But it's so important to just not forget about yourself and not lose sight of yourself, because at the end of the day, you are your biggest fan, your biggest supporter, and you are the one taking care of you, unless you're like a child. But as an adult or as you get older, you know, you're the one that's taking care of you and your well-being and your mental health. And it's really important to just make sure that you are giving yourself an outlet and the opportunity to focus and do things that you enjoy doing, even if it's 5 minutes a day, even if it's an hour a week, whatever it is. Just make sure that you are taking the time to, you know, be nice, be kind to yourself, give yourself a chance to truly just like relax, do something that you enjoy that's low stress and something that you're passionate about. Don't lose sight of your passions. You know, no matter how busy you are, um, work and assignments and tasks are going to come and go, but truly your passions are there for you and they're there to stay. And just don't forget about them. Don't lose sight of them. Don't give up on them, because that's truly what's going to help get you through everything else that you need to do. So yes, that was a message to everyone who, you know, might be feeling busy, overwhelmed, stressed. I know it happens, but you got this. You're gonna get through it. And this is your reminder to make sure that you are prioritizing yourself and giving yourself a chance to work on your hobbies and the things that you enjoy doing, and just a chance to truly spend some time with yourself. But yeah, so I really enjoyed catching up with you guys. More episodes to come, super exciting stuff to talk about. And yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching Elaborate with K, and I'll talk to you next Sunday. Bye. And yeah, talk to you next Sunday.